Hey Flosstube, this is Amy. Hope you're having a great stitching week. For those of you that have been here before, thank you for coming back. For those of you who are new, this is a channel about cross stitch, and I welcome you, and I'm glad that you found this place to come hang out for a few minutes. I hope you guys have gotten a lot of stitching done. I know that I have, because I have been treating stitching like it's my job. I don't have anywhere else to go, or not a lot of responsibilities right now, so I'm just stitching like it's my job. So I just wanted to share with you an update of things that I've been working on and some plans that I have. First off, I showed you last week the Blackbird Designs, and this is part of the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour series, and it's called Blackbird. And I'm stitching for the first time on 40 count using Mallow, and I am stitching with black coffee. So this is my first time stitching 40 count. This is my first time stitching one strand, so I'm doing 1/2, and I'm having to use my magnifying glasses, so I'm not getting a whole lot done at a time, but I definitely like the way it's working. Stitching with one strand is definitely easier, and I'm amazed at how far that floss goes. So there's that one. Another one that I showed you last week is the Jardin Privee, the free Positive Thoughts or Think Positive sampler that she has on her website. And it comes in different parts. And this was part 1, all the way to The Way to Happiness. Part 2 I just finished up. And then I'm starting on part 3. So I think it's a sweet little sampler. So far it says, the way to happiness, keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. So this is on a 28 count doubloon lugana. And I'm using Victorian Motto flosses. Another project that you have seen that I just started is the Shores of Cochran Hollow. My first Carriage House samplings piece and my first Cochran Hollow piece. I ordered 32 count khaki linen. And here's the first block, Light the Way, Come What May. And I'm either using the called for DMC or substituting some Victorian Motto flosses. So I've got to fill in the ocean, fill in the water. And then what I did is I stitched all my borders. It was a job, but it came out. And I did the little secret, the little help of on every 10th stitch making a complete X and making the ones up until that point just a half stitch until I knew my count was right. And then I went back. I also physically folded my fabric after I finished each square to make sure that they were matching. So now I'm ready to go to town on this and get some work done. Another piece is I am working on my tiny Modernist-Words to Live By. I finished this block right here. Success usually comes to those too busy to be looking for it. I did change the white to the orange that's called for. And now I'm ready for this block, which is, if you can dream it, you can do it. So, Words to Live By. You can tell it's been squished up in a Q-snap. And that's just on the 16 count gray Aida. I have more projects than I've ever had on the go right now, so kind of new for me. Another one from Blackbird Designs is my Octopus Garden. So here is the pattern. Oops. Octopus Garden. And I am stitching this on my first 36 count. I've used 18 count Aida in the past, so this shouldn't be a stretch. But it is. This is just Smoky Blue linen. And I'm using 1 strand of floss. I'm using Victorian Motto and a couple of other specialty flosses that are listed in the description box. 1 strand over 2. And it's very wispy looking, very light. So far, it's not been the easiest stitch. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just using 1 thread and it's not as bold, or if I'm just having a hard time. I did get off half a stitch on this little fish right here, and I fudged it. So, coming along, slowly but surely. I can stitch that one with my regular glasses, with my near prescription in them. And I need really good light for it, but it can be done. And the colors for it are really, really pretty. Just very subdued. Okay. I started a couple of other things, because why not? I started a By the Bay Needlearts Summer Mystery Stitch Along. And it's on the By the Bay Needlearts website, and it's back from 2012. And there are just 4 little parts. These are the call for DMC. And when I printed out the different pieces of it, 3 pieces printed the same size, and 1 of the pieces printed a lot smaller. And I don't know if that's my excuse or if I just totally messed up, but I'm off. I'm off a stitch. And I was so busy looking at this little stuff come to life. This is a little, I can't remember if it's the 18 or 22 count Aida that I dyed with gray and turquoise, or gray and aqua, sorry. And the little stitches are so pretty. It was so easy to see. And I was so excited. It was all called for DMC. I had all the colors, but I'm off 1 stitch. They're not lining up. So I may just start this one over. I don't know. It's cute though. But I don't think it had a finished picture on the website, just the 4 different little mystery patterns, so I wasn't sure exactly what it was going to look like. But it's so sweet and tiny. And so this is the outline. This is all there is. So I like the idea of it. I may just start it over on something else, or I don't know. I'm thinking that just happened to me this morning. Another thing that I've kitted up is on the same website, By the Bay Needlearts, there was a fall sampler, and it was also, I believe, from 2012. These are the colors I'm using. And again, I didn't find a picture, but I found the free little pattern parts. So no telling what that's going to look like until it's all the way done. But I like her stuff. I really like the Nantucket Village that I did from her. Kitting up. I didn't think I liked kitting projects, but lately I've been having a fun time doing it. So one of the Be Well, the Satsuma series, Satsuma House, sorry, I'm going to say it wrong. It's a house by Satsuma Street. That's what it is. Sorry. The house by Satsuma Street, and it's called Let's Stay Home. And have all the called for DMC. Not sure what fabric I'll use yet, but I thought that looked like a fun stitch. The other Be Well pattern that I have started is the Liz Matthews, Hello from Liz Matthews, Let's Stay Home. And I'm using a piece of 28 count. That's a lot smaller than 28 count. Maybe not, maybe it shrunk when I dyed it in the hot water. But this is a piece of fabric that I used, trying to think of what colors I used on there. Scarlett, I believe. And I didn't tea or coffee stain it at all. But it's for the let's, the first word. I'm using this really light purple, one of the new DMCs, color 26. For the next line, which is the word stay, I'm using number 30 DMC, the deeper purple. And then for home is number 32, the darkest purple. So I think that'll be sweet. Let's stay home. I'll just use a tiny bit of that fabric and I'll have some more to use for something else. So speaking of fabric, I placed a big order with 123 Stitch, and I know you guys were talking about it was taking a while. I ordered it last Monday, so it's been a week, and my shipping confirmation says it should be shipped out on Thursday, so almost 2 weeks from the time I ordered it for it to be shipped. It showed it was going to ship earlier, and that date just keeps creeping later and later. So I ordered a lot of fabric from them. I ordered some DMC sets of the floss variations, 3 different ones, just to see how those would look, and can't wait to see. It was a pretty large order, so I'm ready for it to get here. I also ordered from another location, and it was the Hobby House Needleworks, and I ordered Monday night, like Monday late afternoon, and they're in New York, I'm in Texas. It was in my mailbox on Thursday, so it was really fast shipping. I appreciate that. So I ordered some vintage beeswax from R&R Reproductions. Keep it folded, it'll show the color better. And this is 36 count. 36 count Confederate Gray. This is Weeks Dye Works, and it's the new Zweigart base. So that was one thing I liked about their website, is they had on their Weeks fabrics which ones were the Zweigart base and which were not. So it was a good designation. Picture this plus Wren. And the fabric came really wrinkled. I wasn't used to that necessarily, so I think I'm going to want to iron it before I stitch with it. Seems like the ones from 123 Stitch are always very pressed. This one is a 32 count Abecedarian. However you say that. So they all ended up being about the same color. I knew that I wanted some neutrals. I knew I wanted higher stitch counts, but yeah. It looks like I almost ordered 4 of the same fabrics, but that's okay. My order from 123 Stitch, I definitely had some crazy picture this plus dyed ones and some other fun things. So I'm looking forward to seeing those. Fire poppies. A lot of you recommended fire poppies. I do want to order from them. They were running low on the things I was looking at, but I'm going to look again today and see if they have restocked, because I definitely want to support our local needlework shops. So fire poppies is on my list to order from next. So yay. There's a reason why we have stash, I realized, and my stash was not as big as I probably would have wanted it to be if I had known that we were going to be home. Not that I can go anywhere to a local needlework shop anyways, since our closest one is over 5 hours away, 5.5 hours away. But I definitely need to order some more and enhance my stash. Finishes. I have a finish. I'm so excited. Tapestry, the one that I started on Leap Day to go with my entryway rug, and it's the Ink Circles Tapestry, and I did custom colors to match a rug. And I think that I'm going to hang this in my dining room My dining room has purple walls, and it's right beside my entryway, and I think that'll be really pretty in there. So this is Tapestry by Ink Circles. I use Victorian Motto flosses. Nothing like what was called for, because I wanted to do my own colors. And those of you that have been with me know that I totally redid this middle section to be purple and aquas instead of the called for browns and golds. Not called for, but what I'd originally thought. And it makes it happy. So I think it turned out really, really well. It's bright, it's happy, it's cheery. That little bitty faint color in there is Victorian Motto Tropical Vines, a little light pale green. And I like it. I think it offsets really well. So that's my Ink Circles tapestry. Very excited about that. Now I need to start finishing. Okay, Maynia plans. I want to think about Maynia. Last year I was teaching full-time last year. I'm not now, so definitely have time. I had a list of Maynia plans for last year that I did not do, but going back and finding my list, I did complete most of those pieces throughout the year, so that was kind of fun. This year, May 1st is my middle child's birthday, so I'm thinking about maybe starting something special for that. May 19th is my anniversary, so I may start something special for that. But here's what I'm thinking for my other plans. So for Maynia, and this is Maynia my way. This is, you know, there's really no rules. We can do whatever we want, I know. I know some of you are going to do a brand new start a day. Some of you are going to work on what you've been doing before during the week and have new starts on the weekend. And I think all the ideas are very awesome. Just get us stitching, get us excited about it. So here's what I'm thinking. The reason I did this big border, I'm going to finish up block 1, start something, I don't know what yet, May 1st, and then on May 2nd, block 2, May 3rd, block 3, May 4th, block 5, May 6th, block 6. I think this is like 7 and 8. They combined them or something. I thought, well, I can do part on day 7 and part on day 8. But I just thought using one of those blocks for a new start each day. So that will get me through part of Maynia. Another thing I'm thinking about is pulling back out the Words to Live By. I should have this block finished before May. And then just take, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more blocks. That could be 8 days of Maynia as well. So then I still have time for other projects. I thought about taking each of the whips that I have, my Blackbird Designs, Blackbird, my Octopus Garden, my Let's Stay Home by Hello from Liz Matthews, my By the Bay Summer Secret Stitch Along, my By the Bay Fall Stitch Along, and just plug those into holes. I'm thinking that might be the way Maynia will work for me this year. I would love to start 31 projects. My husband asked me and I laughed. I said, do you know how expensive that would be to have everything kitted up for 31 projects? So just kind of giving him kind of a maybe some money spent, but he would be okay with that. So right now I don't have the stash for 31 different projects. I have, you know, a stack of things. You know what, I might. Between some fabrics that I have and my Victorian Motto flosses, I bet I could do my 31 starts. So I don't know, I'm still playing with it. I'm gonna see kind of what I feel led to do. We still have some time. I'm still hanging out here at home. I had a doctor's appointment for this Friday that I rescheduled, and they were very nice about it. and I just really don't have a desire to go anywhere. My dentist closed, which is good except for emergencies, so I don't have to go to a dentist appointment either this week. So have some time, and I figure in the next 2 weeks I'll know what I'm doing for Maynia, and I'll share that with you guys. It's been so much fun watching you guys and listening to you guys. I hate to start naming names of who I'm watching or who inspires me, either on Instagram or Flosstube, because I know once I start that, I will forget somebody and feel horrible. But you guys that I've been talking to, you know who you are. Those of you that have given advice and offered encouragement and just a thumbs up or a sweet note or comment, I so appreciate that. It just makes it fun, So please keep leaving comments. Please, show me that this isn't a one-way conversation. I read every comment, I respond to every comment, and so I love hearing from you guys. Some things that I ordered from 123 Stitch, I was just going to share with you real quick. Not that I've ordered them, but I want you guys to tell me, especially for my next local needle workshop orders, like Fire Poppies, what fabric I might want. I'm just now, like I said, I'm just now getting my collection of linens. 32 is my happy place, but I'm really enjoying the 36, I think, especially if I'm going to try 2 strands next time. But what I want from you, if you could let me know what your favorite fabric is to stitch on, both the dyer and the count and the color. So for example, the Picture This Plus Wren 36 count. If you could be specific and help me, I know some things that I've stitched on I have not liked at all. Some of the things I've stitched on I've loved. So what I've done is I made a note of these are things I liked, these are things I did not like. So, things that I've liked, I want to stitch on again, but I still want to, expand my repertoire of what I've been stitching on. But yeah, y'all let me know your favorite fabric to stitch on. Some of you have go-to, like Lakeside Linens, their stuff is so pretty. You can't find it right now. If that's your go-to, I want to know, because when things come back into stock, I want to get what a lot of you are liking, because I feel like I can learn. I know we all have our own opinions, but I would love to know what you like to stitch on, because I would like to try it. So let me know your favorite fabric, your favorite count, your favorite dyer. If you just like a basic Zweigart, tell me which Zweigart you're loving right now. Also, if you guys would tell me about your floss. Right now, I'm a Victorian Motto floss girl. I belong to her club. I do the limited colors. I have a whole inventory of my DMC flosses. And I have the little book that my daughter gave me that has the actual floss on the DMC card, so I can match DMC to my Victorian Motto flosses. So that's what I'm using right now. So every once in a while I have a few classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and Needlearts threads, just that I've gotten here and there for specific patterns. But if you guys have a specific floss line that you love, that's your go-to, please tell me. Tell me, hey, I like classic Colorworks and that's the only thing I want to use. I want to hear it. Tell me why, and I would love to use your brain to help me out. So I appreciate you letting me ramble a little bit here at the end. I never want to waste your time, but I just want your expertise. So let me know what you're loving. Let me know the counts. Let me know if you like to stitch over 1 or over 2. Let me know if you like 1 thread or 2 threads. Let me know. I would love to hear your favorite things. So guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I look forward to seeing what you're stitching and hearing all about it and to hear your favorite things. So I will be back with you in a couple of weeks, and I will for sure have my Maynia plans locked down, because by then I think it should be here. It's here. I don't even know what date it is hardly. But next time I'll definitely share with you what I'm doing for Maynia. I may totally change my plans, and that's okay. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye y'all.